Hello, 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 and welcome to my kitchen. My name is Beverly Lucas, and I am the host of For the Love of Cooking Fridays. What do I do on Fridays? I try to show you how to make a meal, a dessert, a snack that is always better than the restaurant. You have to trust me, it is always better than the restaurant. What are we going to make today, Beverly? Today we are going to make something, even though it's 90 degrees outside. Someone posted some seafood bisque with crab and with shrimp, and I saw it and I said, you know what? We're going to make that. So that's what we're going to make today. So let me introduce my ingredients to you. First, we have the star of the dish, which is our crab. And we also have some shrimp. So this is shrimp that I had left over. So this is already poached, so it's already cooked. I'm gonna put this in last so that we don't overcook it. To this, we are going to have some heavy cream. We have some seafood stock straight from Wegmans. And you can see Wegmans is one of my favorite stores. I have a small onion that I have chopped up and is ready. We have some fresh garlic, also from Wegmans. Wegmans Day today. We have some Old Bay seasoning, and I'm from Maryland, cooking in the state of Maryland. You have to have some Old Bay. I have some dried thyme. I have some dried bay leaf. We're going to use a little bit of red hot pepper flake. I have a 1/4 cup of some white wine, a 1/4 cup of some all-purpose flour, and we are going to cook all this in some butter. So I believe that is all our ingredients. No, I also have some paprika. So I have a 1/2 teaspoon of paprika. I think that's all. We're going to put all this together. It's going to smell amazing. It's going to look amazing, and it is going to taste amazing. Are you with me? Are you really with me? Come on. Come on and go with me. Okay, since we have all our ingredients together, the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to take this 1/2 stick of butter and we are going to melt it. And we're going to add our small white onion. We're going to let that cook until the onions are translucent. It'll take about 5 minutes. To our onions, we're going to add about 1.5 teaspoons of some garlic. And we're just going to cook that until it's fragrant. You never want to overcook garlic. It will burn your food. Trust me. And to that, I have a 1/4 cup of some flour that we're going to go ahead and add. And we're going to make what's known as a light roux. So we're just cooking the flour until the flour is cooked out. We have our light roux. The flour is all cooked out. And we are going to add a seafood stock. And we're going to let that simmer for about 5 minutes. Trying something a little bit different. So I kept the shells from the shrimp that I poached. And usually what I do is I like to make some shrimp stock, but I don't want to add more liquid to what I am making. So what I'm doing is I'm wrapping up these shells in some cheesecloth. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to place them into our mixture. So this is something different. It's something that I've never done, so I'm just trying it out for the first time. I like to use cheesecloth sometimes when I make greens for the onion, and especially a jalapeno pepper, where I just want the flavor and not the hotness of the flavor. So I'm just going to wrap this up so none of the shells get out, and we are going to place it in our liquid. Only for a few minutes, only until the shells turn pink and we get all the shrimp flavor out of it. Get off all the excess, and I'm going to put it right into our liquid. And we also have lined up a cup of heavy cream. We have about a 1/4 cup of white wine. We have a 1/2 teaspoon of paprika. We have some red pepper flakes, and we also have some bay leaf. So I think it's going to be fine to put everything in there along with that. It's our cream, our wine, which the alcohol in the wine is going to cook out, so you don't have to worry about that. It's our 1/2 teaspoon of paprika, and this is about a 1/2 teaspoon of some red pepper flakes. Then we have our pieces of bay leaf dried, and also we're going to put in some thyme, about a 1/2 teaspoon. If you could smell it. And we're just going to let all that cook together, and we're going to let it simmer. Wow, this recipe was much easier than I had anticipated, especially because our crab and our shrimp is already done. So because it's already done, I will not probably eat this. I'll taste it tonight, but I won't have it until tomorrow. So then the flavors of the seafood have sat in the liquid. I'm gonna give it just layers and layers of flavor, because sometimes, especially with seafood, when it comes to stews and things like that, it always tastes better the next day. Then I add in about 1/2 teaspoon of some Old Bay. Now I'm gonna take those shells to help to make this stock. Just gonna remove it. Okay, so we have our bisque. The only thing that we need to add is the star of the show, which is our crab. Deliciousness. And then we are also going to add our shrimp. And again, that's just some leftover shrimp that I had. And we're just gonna let this simmer for a few minutes. And I also have the crab that I picked from the crabs that I had left over in the freezer. And I'm gonna sprinkle that on top. So we're gonna use that for the presentation. And it's going to be delicious. So busy eating the bisque that I forgot to take a picture of it with me tasting it. So I already have it in a container for lunch tomorrow, but I just want to let you know that it is absolutely delicious. You can taste the layers of flavor. I can taste the cream. I can taste the thyme. I can taste the bay leaf. And of course, I can taste the crab and the shrimp. Thank you so much for joining me. You have been watching For the Love of Cooking Fridays. Again, I am Beverly Lucas, and I am the host, and I will see you again next Friday for another episode. If you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, why don't you just go ahead, press that button, give it a little click, and subscribe, and you will be notified every time there is a new video. Until next time, this is Beverly Lucas, and I am signing off.